Hey everyone, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. I can't look in the viewfinder without cringing because my teeth just look so weird. If you read my description of my makeup collection video, you may have seen that I said I was going to be back with some new equipment, and here I am with this equipment. Braces. I mentioned in my last video that I wanted to do a declutter just because I have too much makeup and it's a lot of stuff that I don't use, so I thought today that's what we could do, is we could just do a declutter, see what I can get rid of. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I just want to give a disclaimer. I don't know if it's a disclaimer. No, I do not give out makeup for free for sanitary reasons and legal reasons. I will not be sending any makeup to subscribers. All the makeup that I decluttered today will either go to my sister, my mom, or just in the garbage because it's either expired or for some reason or another. But I just don't want to waste any time because I don't know how long this video is going to be. So let's just get into it. So I'm going to start off with this drawer today. I don't know if there's a lot of stuff in it. Well, I guess there is. So, one thing that I know I want to get rid of for sure is the Dandelion blush from Benefit. This is just a little travel size. I want to get rid of this because I don't use it, and the color just doesn't show up on my skin tone that well, so it doesn't make sense for me to keep it, so I'm just going to get rid of it. I am going to keep Hoola though, just in case I do travel, I can keep this with me. And then I think I'm going to keep everything right here. Keep the setting powder. Blushes are going to stay all here. Physicians Formula I'm going to keep. NYX blushes I'm going to keep. These I think, I'm going to get rid of these. Although I do love Bahama Mama from the Balm, I have the full size back there, so I just don't see a reason to keep it. And Hot Mama, I don't need this. While it is a nice travel size blush, it's too small and it's very inconvenient. I also don't use it that much, so there's no point keeping either of these. I was thinking about getting rid of this just because when I used it in my full face first impressions, I didn't really love it. It wasn't the worst, but it looked really patchy on my skin. I am going to continue to try this though, but this might be in another declutter coming sometime soon. Gonna keep all those. All the blushes and bronzers, I don't know if you can see them in the back there. I just got those a few days ago, so those are gonna stay back there. But I think I might get rid of this. Yeah, I am. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. I'm gonna get rid of this just because I don't ever use it. Yeah, I really don't use this that often. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, for travel bronzers, Hoola is like pretty orange on me, and the Too Faced one is actually kind of like neutral cool. So I think I might just get rid of the Hoola and keep the Too Faced. Plus you get a little bit more product with the Too Faced one anyways. Everything else in this drawer I'm going to keep. This is something that's like very specific. Yeah, so everything else in here is going to stay. Okay, now this is where things might get a little tricky. Gonna get rid of this. I don't use it. This is the Pixie, what is this? The Pixie Beachy Blush Duo in the shade Peach Honey. While it is pretty, I literally don't reach for this, and I don't really have a desire to reach for it, so I'm gonna get rid of it. So this is ColourPop Wisp. It's really dark on me. I just swatched it right here, and you can still see it on my hand even when I blended it out. So I think I am just gonna toss this one. Not toss it. I'm gonna see if my sister wants it because she's a little bit more tan than me. I think it's gonna be time to let this go. As much as I don't want to, and I really love the formula of Becca highlighters, Champagne Pop is just way too dark for me. It's seen its day. And that's today. I don't need this. My sister might really want it. I love the Becca formula though. I might pick up Pearl instead, but this is way too dark. Seeing all this stuff that I used to love like exit my collection is like giving me heart palpitations. I don't know why I have like such a connection to makeup. I don't know. But I know I don't need it, so okay, I'm trying to ignore it. Okay, there's some Wet n Wild highlighters I'm going to get rid of that I do not use. I'm going to get rid of these two right here. Precious Petals in Crown of My Canopy. These are way too dark. and I don't ever use them. There's no point of even trying to use these as eyeshadows either because I have so many eyeshadow palettes that it just seems redundant at this point, so I'm just going to get rid of these. But I am going to keep these two, Blossom Glow and Golden Flower Crown. Blossom Glow is really pretty. It's like a pinky blue champagne. I love this one. And then Golden Flower Crown is something I can use when I am feeling like I want a gold. It does leave a little bit of a stripe, but if I blend it out or apply a little bit more bronzer, this one's just fine. So I'm going to keep these two. I'm going to get rid of these single eyeshadows from City Color Cosmetics. I have Beach Cottage and It's a Girl. I just don't ever reach for these, and to be honest, until I pulled them out of the drawer, I forgot I had them. And then I'm also going to get rid of this DLS single eyeshadow. It's just brown with like a hint of green. It's in the shade Bronzed. I don't use this, and the color's honestly not my thing. And even if I wanted to use a color like this, I have a million like it. Alright, so here are my lipsticks. I know I want to get rid of this one. This is the Milani Color Statement lipstick. This is in the shade Dulce Caramello. I just don't like this because this is a problem I've had with lipsticks in the past. While they look pretty swatched, this is a very metallic lipstick, and I don't like metallic lipsticks at all. If it looked just like this on the lips, I'd be fine, but I just don't like how shimmery it is, so I'm gonna get rid of it. I also recently went through the majority of my lipsticks and got rid of some. I took all of these out of my collection. I have some well, it's pretty much all BH Cosmetics, to be honest. Liquid lipsticks, Cream Luxe lipsticks, and Pop Art lipsticks. I also have some from Maybelline. The BH ones are really nice, but they've gotten too old. The liquid lipsticks, not my favorite color. And the Maybelline ones just stink like crayons and Play-Doh, so they gotta go. So lipsticks shouldn't be a thing that I'm going to worry about too much just because I already pretty much went through them. I'm going to go ahead and go through the rest of my makeup on this unit right here. Thought I would have some time to use this up, but it looks like I missed that mark. I'm going to have to get rid of this just because it is really dried out. I might try to put it in some hot water and salvage what I can, but I'm just going to get rid of this for right now. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these two. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascaras. One of these is gifted to me, so I feel kind of bad that I'm throwing it away. But honestly, this mascara is too wet for my liking, and it just makes my lashes really clumpy, so I'm just going to get rid of these. I am going to keep the rest of these right now just because I use pretty much all of them in here, except this one because I just got it. But I think the Lash Paradise might be on its way out. I opened it up and it was really clumpy. So I'm just going to try and get my use in before it dries out, like the Too Faced one. In regards to brow stuff, I'm going to get rid of the Physicians Formula Brow Last Brow Gel. This is a really odd product. And when I did a video on it like 2 years ago, I just thought it was so weird. It has this applicator that's like a gel, but you have to brush it on. And it's very messy and really goopy. Plus, it's not my shade. It's way too warm. So I'm just gonna get rid of it. In regards to liners, I'm gonna get rid of two. I'm gonna get rid of the Ciate Fierce Flicks eyeliner just because I find that it is extremely dry. It's definitely not my favorite eyeliner, so I'm gonna get rid of this. Also, the Tardiest lip liner. This is in the shade Latergram. This came in the birthday gift, I think like 2 years ago or something. This breaks so easily and I haven't been able to use it because it keeps breaking, so I'm just gonna throw it out. Alright, now down to lip gloss. Let's see if we're gonna get rid of anything. Gonna get rid of this Model Co lip gloss. I got it in an Ipsy bag and it's just like, I don't use it at all. It has a mirror on it because it's supposed to be good for on-the-go travel. It's just not my favorite shade. Plus the packaging is like really cheap and not my favorite to use. While it's a really nice kind of sheer color, I already have so many clear glosses that are 10 times better than this, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. Next, I am going to get rid of these Maybelline Vivid Hot Lacquer lip glosses. These are just not very good, in my opinion. I know there are a lot of people out there that like these, but I think that they smell like Play-Doh, like I said with the other lipsticks. And these just don't stay on a very long time and are very uncomfortable to apply. As you can see, I am a lip gloss connoisseur, and to me these don't meet my standard of what I like a lip gloss to be, so I'm gonna give these away. I think I'm going to get rid of this. This is the Bite Beauty liquefied lipstick in the shade Chicory. This is not my favorite color ever. As you can see, it looks very reddish orange on me, and that's not a color that I really like on myself. But I don't know. I might just keep it in a try pile because I'm not sure. But I just am not really a fan of this. I'm also going to get rid of this. While I do love Essence, this is really old. This is their XXL Shine Lip Gloss in the shade Nude Candy. While I do like it, it's actually a little bit pale for me. Kind of just makes my lips look white. I have other lip glosses that I like a little bit better, so I'm going to get rid of this. I'm also going to get rid of this. This is an Essence lip gloss from really long ago. This was their, what they called a liquid lipstick, even though it was like a lip gloss. Just not my favorite, and it is very old. I don't use it anymore, so I just don't see a reason to keep it. Although this is a sample, I still want to get rid of this. This is the YSL Vinyl Cream Creamy Stain in the shade Boro 1. I just don't like how this feels when I put it on my lips. It's very uncomfortable and kind of feels like I put nail polish on my lips. It's not ideal, so I'm just going to get rid of it. I'm going to get rid of this lip gloss from Revlon. It's in the shade Sky Pink. Not only have I had it for long enough, I just think that this looks awful on me. It washes me out being as pale as I am, so this is just it's gonna go. These really gotta go too. These are the BH Cosmetics Nude Rose Lip Glosses. These are really, really metallic, and they look super unflattering on the lips. I don't ever wear them, and honestly, I don't ever see myself ever wearing them. I don't know if you can see right here, but it's already separating, and I haven't even had them for that long. I think I purchased them back in the summer of last year. But these are just very unflattering, and I want to get rid of them. Same thing goes for this Revlon lip gloss as well. I don't ever use it. Well, that's a lie. There's a lot of usage in here. I really did like this lip gloss, but the thing is, I just don't use this lip gloss anymore because there's so many other ones that I like 10 times better. That's all I'm going to get rid of. So let's move on to another drawer. So this is my foundation, primer, concealer, and spray drawer. I don't know what I'm going to get rid of. I'm going to get rid of this. This is the Revlon Youth Effects Fill and Blur Foundation in the shade 130 Porcelain. I have never used this. I don't have any desire to use it, and I don't even think that this is the right shade for me. So I'm just going to do myself a favor and remove it from my collection. Gonna get rid of these two foundations from Maybelline. These are both from the Matte and Poreless line. I have the shade 110 and 112. I just don't wear this foundation as often as I would like. It is extremely drying on me considering I have dry skin. It makes me look super cakey, and it doesn't really last on me that long, so I'm just gonna get rid of these. I think I'm also going to get rid of this. This is the Hard Candy Glamouflage Full Coverage Foundation. While I did like this foundation, it is not something that I see myself wearing. It is extremely full coverage. It's almost like a concealer, and that's kind of what I started using it as, was a concealer because it was so full coverage. But this is the old packaging, and I've had it for so long that it just kind of seems gross to have it. Plus there's like red stains on it, and there's like glue stains on it. Yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of it. Here I have my NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. I used to love this foundation so much. I'm gonna get rid of the shade Pale just because it is way too light for me. Every time I try to mix it in with something, it doesn't, and it's a complete waste of product. So I'm gonna get rid of this one for sure. And this is in the shade Light Ivory. I am gonna keep this for the time being and just try and use it up. I am going for minimal makeup currently, so I can use this every day and get rid of it quick. I'm gonna get rid of this one. This is a Hard Candy Color Correcting Primer. This does not do anything for my skin whenever I use it. It doesn't even color correct the redness on my face, which I do have a lot of. And the consistency of this is just not really ideal. While it is kind of smoothing, it balls up really quickly. And as you can see here, it's like not really blending in with my skin that well, and it just keeps piling up on the skin, and especially if I'm wearing like a moisturizer or something, it just does not go into the skin properly. I also find that this primer makes my foundation slip around, so for those reasons alone, I just don't see a reason in keeping this. Gonna go ahead and declutter this. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Face Primer. To me, this is not even a face primer. It's just a liquid illuminator. It is extremely glittery in my opinion, and it doesn't really like look good on the skin. It literally just looks like you took a liquid highlighter and just smoothed it all over your face. I don't really like it that much. Of course, you can't really even tell on camera, but it's not my favorite, and for that reason, I'm gonna get rid of it. For concealers, I am going to get rid of these two. This is the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 15. This is just really dark on me, and I like shade number 5 better. It matches me 10 times better than this one does. I'm also going to get rid of the Born This Way concealer in the shade Fair. This is also way too dark. Here, this swatches here. This is Too Faced, and then this is the Maybelline Fit Me. They're just way too dark, and I don't ever use them. And to be honest, I forgot about them until this point. For sprays, I do use all of them. I'm coming up on my last little bit of the Keep It Perfect, but I actually do have a few backups that I am going to use, but I actually like all the sprays that I have, so I'm not going to get rid of anything in there. It's palette time, baby! Let's take a gander into this drawer because I don't know what I want to get rid of. If I want to get rid of any palettes at all, let me take a little gander into the valley here. While I do think the packaging is super cute and I love Chloe Morello, I don't ever use this palette, even though I think it is super, super pretty. The shadow quality is just not my favorite, and when I reach for something that has color, I don't reach for this, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. I also think it's time to finally let go of this. I just hate seeing it in my collection. I like Nikkie Tutorials, but this palette was like such a flop, and I just don't want to keep stuff in my collection that I'm not going to use, and I have not used this since it first came out, so I'm just going to get rid of it. Also going to get rid of my BH Cosmetics Galaxy Chic palette. I don't use this. The colors are beautiful. I just don't have any desire to use this, and when I reach for something, it typically has to have everything in it, so 90% of the time I'm going to reach for my James Charles palette because it has a lot of these shades in it, and if it doesn't, then I can just mix a few colors, so I just don't see a reason to keep this one. I'm going to try and force myself to use the Morphe and Kathleen Lights palette. It's super pretty. I just don't like Morphe quality at all, but I do like Kathleen, so I'm going to see if I can continue to use this. I might just even get rid of it sometime soon, because I haven't used it since I did my comparison video. So that was like literally all for this drawer. I know I'm going to use stuff back here, so let's move on to the next one. So obviously we're going to keep the James Charles palette because this is like one of the most versatile palettes. Going to keep that obviously. In here, I'm going to keep all of my Too Faced tin palettes because I really like these. I am going to get rid of this. This is the Lime Crime Pocket Candy Pink Lemonade Pressed Shadow Palette. I like the idea of this. I love how it looks like a Polly Pocket. Like, oh my god. It's so cute, but the shadow quality is just not the best. The only shade I really like is this one, which is called Brown Sugar. It is so pretty, but the rest of them are just not the best. They perform okay, but it's kind of lackluster for me. Definitely not my favorite palette I've ever used. I am going to keep these Wet n Wild palettes for right now. I really want to do a full face of like Wet n Wild or something, so I'm just going to keep those for the time being. I'm going to get rid of this. This is the Urban Decay Vice lipstick palette. If you've seen in my makeup collection video, I actually burnt this on accident, and I don't know, I tried to put this back into place. I melted it. I did whatever I could, but it just it keeps falling out. All these colors, they just don't stick in the pan that well, and I don't reach for this like at all, you know. Yep, see, here it is. Fucking fell out again. I love that. It's getting really frustrating having to repot these every second week, so it's gonna go. This is the Tarte Beauty and Brains clay eyeshadow palette. You can still get this on Sephora. While I do think it's nice if you're on a budget and you're looking for a really nice neutral palette, This shadow quality, not my favorite. Not saying it's the worst, but I definitely expected more from Tarte. Plus, I don't reach for this, so I'm just going to get rid of it. Gonna get rid of this. This is the Morphe Jewel Crew NC palette. The colors are okay. Like, it's a pretty palette, not gonna lie. I just find that the quality, again, like I've said a million times, Morphe quality, not my favorite. They're just not the best, in my opinion. Plus, I do have other palettes that include better shades, so I'm just gonna pass this on. I think my sister will like it. I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna get rid of this too. This is the NYX Pro Lip Cream palette. This is just a bunch of purples. I don't wear purple ever, but yeah, I don't want this. So that was everything that I am decluttering. Have everything in this bag. A lot of it should just go into the garbage. So I did a pretty good job, I would say. I got rid of a lot of stuff. I'm proud of myself. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's declutter. I really did. I'm so proud of myself. And everything I got rid of, like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm not going to be giving any subscribers makeup that I've decluttered just because it's for legal reasons. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you like declutters, make sure to subscribe to my channel because there will be more coming in the future. And with that being said, I will see you guys in my next video.